Are you tired of trans voice feminization tutorials that require either a linguistics degree or a sound engineering degree to even comprehend it? Do you want an MTF trans girl voice tutorial that explains it as if you are literally 5 years old?
Here it is. Change the voice from this
To this. How to trans voice, part 1, the larynx. I'll explain what that is, don't panic. So first off, we are too cool for pitch. We'll do pitch later. Gender isn't defined by pitch. It's defined by the many other things that the voice does. If you don't know what a larynx is to start, that's fine. You don't need a biology degree. It's a part of your throat that is connected to that little ball in your throat. I will refer to this as the dysphoria ball, because dang, I wish I had a better way to explain this. When our larynx is raised, we create a filter for our voice that would generally sound more bright and feminine.
A testosterone-based puberty thickens our vocal folds, which is why the voice cracks and eventually sounds the way it does.
Raising the larynx is kind of like doing a backwards long jump in Mario 64, as we're really skipping the thickened vocal cords. Luckily for us, and don't tell anyone, not every vocal cord has been thickened, so we can just skip those ones. Alright, that's a lot of information. Let's drink some water. Alright, let's continue. So how do you raise the larynx on command? For a thing in speech pathology I call making specific sounds to trick your throat into doing something so you know the sensation. I'll trademark it, don't worry. Alright, imagine it's really cold. Like really cold. And just because I'm Australian doesn't mean I don't know what cold feels like. So, your glasses are really foggy. Or something, I don't know. If you don't wear glasses, imagine your car windows foggy. I don't know, it's your imagination. Do what you want. Do a really breathy sound as if you're doing a Santa her. Where's my arm going? Now, do a really breathy kind of sound as if you're doing a Santa her, but whispered for an ASMR roleplay. Now, do a light, breathy sound, almost as if you're quietly singing along to a metal song with scream vocals, but you don't actually want to scream it. Now, let's extend it. Hey, just checking in on you. Feeling okay so far? If the voice hurts at any point, feel free to stop, pause, and come back later. This is a video after all. But if you feel good, let's move on. Yeah! So I know you're thinking, a random voice coach YouTuber with a cool Patreon with private one-on-one voice lessons via a Discord link in the description. How do I turn this into a real person voice? I'm glad you asked. Try this, okay? In the same breath, we are transitioning, pun intended, into a spoken voice. Let's try again. Practice is key after all. Cool. When you do that, feel your throat. Is the bowl moving? If it is, congratulations, you're doing it. Yay! I know it's a small step in the massive mountain that is trans voice. But don't give up, okay? I remember my friends back in high school told me, of course very politely, that I could never achieve a girl voice, and I think I proved them wrong. No matter what anyone says about your voice, you can change it. The voice is something that we as trans people, or any other identity that happened to have found this video, you're valid too, by the way, you have more control of your voice than you think you do. The voice is very malleable, of course. You deserve to feel happy and feel a sense of joy when you talk to the people that matter to you, with a voice that feels like yours, your voice. So keep trying, okay? If you want more details and live feedback, then please consider joining my Patreon for trans voice lessons with me on Discord. Join and we'll be setting up our lesson together. It'll be kind of like this, but with less overproduced special effects and more feedback. So go out there, trans girls, non-binary pals, and femboys, and anyone else that happened to find this video, and get practicing. Good luck. I believe in you. Hi, Whoopie Upwards. It's the end of the video. This is the part that's unscripted and that kind of thing, and dress all the things that I thought about after making it. Did you know making videos like this is actually really hard? I actually learned a lot from doing this, but I'm really proud of it. This is so fun. So, the goal of this video was to make trans voice more accessible via presenting it in a way that's all flashy and fun, you know? So, these are techniques that have been used in other YouTube videos that you might have seen, like Undead Voice, transvoicelessons.com, that kind of thing. The purpose of this video was more so to like show well-known trans voice techniques in a way that I hope is more accessible and hopefully more fun. The goal of this is to make trans voice accessible. And in my opinion, right now, it is not. I get a lot of students asking me like how to overcome like videos that are just so vague and like complicated. And like you don't have to sound like the person in the video. That's not the point of a technique. It's just to sound a little different, then you get further and then you get to your voice. The point is getting to your voice, not my voice, you know? But I'd say like the main takeaway from this is that every speech pathology technique is accessible to anyone and should be more widely available. So I hope that this video has made trans voice a bit more accessible. That was my pure goal with this, and to make it fun. Oh, and you know, to advertise my Patreon, because like that's every trans voice channel, but whatever. So trans voice is hard, and there's no sugarcoating that. However, it's not something that's impossible and requires a lot of background knowledge. It's just a thing that you need the right techniques, lots of practice, that kind of thing. If you just practice for a couple of minutes, and then a couple of hours later, practice for another couple of minutes, you'll probably be fine. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated and know that you are valid.